Roses bloom in the strangest of places. Oh, that's cute.
Wait, is it cute?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best Schitt Creek moments. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the funniest, most heartwarming, or most unforgettable scenes from the first 5 seasons of this Canadian sitcom. Of course, if you're not up to date, a spoiler alert is probably in order.
I'm obsessed with this.
Number 10, The Family Portrait.
Oh, that's right. We had your face painted on the body of my assistant.
That's why you look so good.
Besides all the glitz, glam, and shit, the core of this show is the Rose family. And while they do push each other's buttons, they also form a loving unit. But it's been a journey for them to accept each other and their new circumstances, and this Season 3 moment was an important step on that path. When a portrait of them in wealthier times arrives, the Roses try to avoid being reminded of everything they've lost.
Hi, so I wanted to talk to you about, oh my God.
Yeah, I know. We're still looking for a place to hang it.
Did it grow?
Aside from the visual gag of trying to fit this massive painting into the tiny motel rooms, the fact that they ultimately decide to part with this last remaining relic from their glory days means that they accept it no longer represents them.
Why does it seem like Mrs. Rose's eyes are following me?
Oh, she paid extra for that.
Number 9, Moira and Johnny's anniversary dinner.
Happy anniversary!
Congratulations on your ongoing love for one another. You did it.
Johnny and Moira Rose have been together for decades. But despite the ravages of time and great adversity, the couple's love perseveres, and the spark is clearly still alive. If their accidental sexy rendezvous in Bob's cabin is any indication. As part of their ongoing effort to bring some magic to Schitt Creek, the couple makes sure to commemorate special dates. And on one evening out to celebrate their anniversary, Johnny and Moira's past and present lives clash when their old friends begin talking down to Roland and Jocelyn.
On our way here, we drove through a town, not a word of a lie, called Schittstown.
No, it was called Schittsville.
Schittsville!
Aside from the awesome sight of Johnny tearing down the obnoxious couple, this dinner confirms beyond a shadow of a doubt that the Roses consider Schitt Creek their home.
It's called Schitt Creek. And it's where we live.
Number 8, The Number.
Ding!
Dong.
Ding!
Dong.
Ding!
Dong.
Ding!
Dong.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me the keys to a Lamborghini.
As the most projected nominee to have never actually been nominated for 10 or 12 Daytime People's Choice Awards, television's Moira Rose is obviously a singular talent. So needless to say, this year's Schitt Creek Asbestos Fest is lucky to have her on the roster. Moira chooses an ambitious one-woman number for her performance, but quickly comes to regret this.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, Patty. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10. 9, 10, 11, 12.
With his mother despondent and refusing to leave his bed, David offers to help.
What if we did the number?
Moira and David's Christmas in July duet is the perfect blend of cringeworthy and sweet because while David is clearly embarrassing himself, in front of his new beau no less, he's doing it so Moira does not have to bear the burden alone.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
Yes, I said faithful, which rules out all of you.
That is love.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. May.
Number 7, Moira's Resurrection.
The internet says you're dead.
It's shocking to find out your favorite celebrities passed away, especially if you are that celebrity.
What is the source of this falsehood? And what photo are they using?
Unclear, and primarily a headshot from the 90s, so fresh and young and permed.
After a rumor circulates online that Moira has died, the Rose family matriarch, in true Sunrise Bay fashion, surprises her grieving a cappella group with an impromptu resurrection.
Fear not. She hath risen.
The Jazzagal's reaction to Moira's fictitious demise and subsequent rebirth is, of course, priceless, but it also affirms that Schitt Creek's residents no longer see the Roses as outsiders. However, the most hilarious aspect of this storyline is Moira preparing her story and ensemble for her adoring press. When she finally emerges to an empty parking lot, she displays one of her most admirable qualities by choosing to make the best of the situation.
Heading to the cafe. It's always nice to dress for dinner.
Number 6, David opens up. A history laden with unhealthy relationships with friends, lovers, and maybe Jared Leto has left David hesitant to trust people and really bad at hugs. But now, David has no choice but to actually put himself out there, and he's rewarded with some great friends and newfound clarity.
I think you're my best friend.
You think?
Well, I can't know for sure, because I'm realizing now that I don't think I've ever really had one.
Following Alexis's declaration of love, Ted is desperate for advice, so he reaches out to David, who's in a similar boat with his boyfriend Patrick.
Because you know that I've never said that to anyone else, aside from my parents twice and one time
At
at
a Mariah Carey concert, I know.
David's personal growth shines through, as the previously emotionally stunted character fights every impulse to run away and admits that these emotions are real.
Sometimes it does work out. And even though everything inside us is telling us to protect ourselves, when you've got it, don't let it go.
This character-defining moment ends with David unwittingly eating a doggy treat, but that somehow makes the whole thing even better.
I love you.
Number 5, David's wine metaphor. Schitt's Creek is gut-wrenchingly hilarious and routinely endearing, but the sitcom can also be quite profound. In Stevie's mind, David's fondness for men was immediately apparent, but after the two share an unexpected dalliance, he reveals to her that he's not particularly concerned with gender.
I do drink red wine, but I also drink white wine. And I've been known to sample the occasional rosé. And a couple summers back, I tried a Merlot that used to be a Chardonnay.
Beautifully phrased as a metaphor about wine, David describes pansexuality in a way that manages to be insightful, clever, funny, and importantly, easily understood. This interaction happens during the first season of the show, meaning it's among the earliest moments to indicate that Schitt's Creek is far more than just a fish-out-of-water sitcom with a silly name.
I say we go with this one, it's the biggest.
Number 4, A Little Bit Alexis. Like many socialites, Alexis has, struggled to find her place in the world, let's say. Prior to launching her marketing career, she specialized in partying, world traveling, and the occasional hostage situation.
Do I have to remind you of the time that I was taken hostage on David Geffen's yacht by Somali pirates for a week and nobody answered my texts?
She even scored a reality show and recorded its theme song.
I have chosen to perform the title track off of my critically reviewed limited reality series, A Little Bit Alexis. Ooh. Feel free to sing along if you know the words.
Okay.
Written by actress Annie Murphy in collaboration with Canadian band Colorado, and released as a single on various music streaming services, A Little Bit Alexis lampoons notoriously awful bangers created by celebrities like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, with a decidedly Britney edge.
I'm a Lamborghini. I'm a Hollywood star. I'm a little bit tipsy when I drive my car. I'm expensive sushi. I'm a huge yacht.
Alexis's brief performance of the track is hilarious, as is Moira's reaction to it, but the most amazing thing about A Little Bit Alexis is that the parody track is actually good.
I'm a little bit of la 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 la. A little bit Alexis.
Number 3, Moira's Commercial.
In the lee of a picturesque ridge lies a small, unpretentious winery, one that pampers its fruit like its own babies. Hi, I'm Moira Rose.
Like all the Roses, at least at the beginning, Moira yearns to leave Schitt's Creek and never misses an opportunity to hopefully revitalize her long stagnant career as a performer. That's probably why she performs with the Jazzagals and at the car dealership.
Excited beyond compare. Yes, especially with this being our first ever purchase of an automobile.
Anyway, when she's offered a commercial for a fruit wine, the woman formerly known as Vivian Blake realizes she's a little rusty.
Hello, I'm Moira Rose, and if you let...
Back to one, still rolling.
Why?
You said Moina.
As a rule, Schitt's Creek shows very little of the Rose family's past lives, but this moment provides a glimpse of the thespian Moira once was.
You'll remember the experience, and you'll remember the name, Herb Ervlinger, Bert Herngreif, Irv Herblinger, Bing Livehanger, Liveling, Bert Herkern.
It also puts Catherine O'Hara's bombastic, eccentric, and oddly accented performance front and center right where it should be, allowing her to be lovingly parodied again and again.
And the dazzling peach crab apple to his Riesling Rioja.
Number 2, simply the best. David's relationship with Patrick is an emotional roller coaster we are definitely here for, filled with irresistibly warm and touching moments. Like, how about when they first exchange I love yous?
I don't want to add more stress to your day, but I love you.
Or when Patrick comes out to his parents? Or when they get engaged?
Are you sure? Easiest decision of my life.
But the moment that really solidified this pair as something special came during an open mic night, when Patrick dedicates a cover of The Best to an initially flustered but ultimately touched David, who eventually repays the favor.
And it can't be wrong. Take my heart and make it strong, babe. 'Cause you're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Considering David doesn't care for public displays of emotion, these performances embody the couple's mutual affection and willingness to grow. In each other, Patrick gained something real, while David found somebody to love besides the Rose family and Mariah Carey. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
The crows don't just have eyes. We also have wings.
Are you naked under there?
Honey, what I do in the privacy of my sheets is my own business.
No! No, God, no.
Okay, ciao. Ciao. I said ciao to that person. Hi, Patrick. Yeah, I think I called you David, which that's not your name. And what are these numbers for?
It's Mom's birthday, David.
Those are the last 4 digits of your father's credit card.
It was a complicated order form, all right? There were a lot of fields to fill in.
What number are we on?
Number 1, fold in the cheese. Schitt Creek didn't become the first Canadian show nominated for the Critics' Choice Television Award for Best Comedy Series for nothing. It's a treasure trove of memorable quotes and quirky facial expressions. But few scenes compare to David and Moira's first and only foray into the culinary arts.
What does fold in the cheese mean?
He folds it in.
I understand that, but how do you fold it? Do you fold it in half like a piece of paper and drop it in the pot, or what do you do?
Moira's unearned confidence shines as she coaches David through an attempt to cook enchiladas, or rather, enchiladas, and the whole misadventure showcases everything awesome about the show.
You fold in the cheese then!
Don't you dare!
You fold it in!
David! Oh, good. Now I see bubbles. David! What does burning smell like?
Not only is it positively mirthful, it also takes a silly plot and allows the characters to achieve real growth. And when the elegant Roses sit down with their plastic utensils to taste and judge this momentous meal, it's another great show of support from this loving family unit.
Well, this could be a very good thing. I think maybe once or twice a week.
This won't be happening again.
Although it's really not that complicated once you fold in the cheese.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.